You spent $50,000 on your truck, and you're about to put the wrong tires on it because the tire aisle is an absolute war zone right now. Dozens of options, $1,000 decisions, and every brand screaming that theirs is the best. But here's what nobody at the tire shop tells you. Two tires sitting side by side on the same shelf can differ by over $500 per set, and the cheaper one actually outscores the expensive one in Consumer Reports 2026 testing. The real rankings from Consumer Reports, Tire Rack's live testing ground, and Gear Junkie's real road data tell a very different story from what you see on store shelves. I pulled that data so you don't have to guess. I'm counting down the 5 all-terrain tires that are actually dominating every serious 2026 ranking. If you drive a work truck, something you actually put to use with heavy loads, a trailer hitch that sees real weight, and terrain that isn't just a parking lot, the Cooper Discoverer AT3 XLT deserves your full attention. This tire is built specifically for LT metric sizes, meaning it was engineered around the needs of actual light trucks, not SUVs cosplaying as off-road vehicles. Gear Junkie ran a serious real-world evaluation on these, putting over 40,000 miles on a test set, and the verdict was consistent across the board. All-season traction that holds up, on-road manners that don't punish you on the highway, and a rugged shoulder design that gives you genuine off-road protection without turning your daily commute into a noisy endurance test. Cooper backs this tire with a 60,000-mile tread warranty, and their even-wear ARC technology is what earns it that number. For contractors, weekend haulers, and anyone who needs their truck to pull real duty, not just look the part, the AT3 XLT hits a price-to-performance ratio that's genuinely hard to argue with. A tire that works for a living without a luxury price tag. The catch: if you're a snowbelt driver looking for elite winter performance, this isn't your top pick. But for versatility and load-rated durability, it's one of the most underrated options on the market right now. Most truck owners don't realize their tires are silently burning their fuel budget. The Toyo Open Country AT3 was engineered to fix that problem while keeping serious off-road capability in the mix. Toyo built the AT3 around an advanced tread compound that directly targets wet traction, and its optimized construction reduces rolling resistance in a measurable way. In independent testing, the AT3 posted a rolling resistance coefficient that places it among the most fuel-efficient options in the all-terrain truck category. And one Tacoma owner who switched from a traditional all-terrain reported recovering nearly 2 miles per gallon on the highway. Real money over 60,000 miles of ownership. TireReviews.com scores the AT3 at 8.1 out of 10, putting it firmly in the top tier of the all-terrain category. It holds a 3-peak mountain snowflake rating, certifying it for severe snow service. If you're running an F-150 or a mid-size truck, a Tacoma, a Colorado, a Ranger, and most of your miles are on pavement with trail capability needed on weekends, this is one of the smartest options in its class right now. It doesn't top the charts in any single category, but it doesn't fall apart in any of them either. And that balanced profile is exactly the kind of thing that ends up being the right answer for more truck owners than they'd expect, especially the ones watching their fuel receipts every week. The BFGoodrich All-Terrain T, a KO2, is one of the most recognizable tires in the history of the off-road market. The KO3 is what happens when BFG goes back to the drawing board and asks itself what it should have done better. The answer, according to Tire Rack's 2024 off-road testing, the first time Tire Rack brought structured back-to-back testing to actual dirt and loose terrain, is that the KO3 sets the new benchmark for off-road all-terrain performance. In Tire Rack's evaluation at Badlands Park, the KO3 earned the best overall impression in the group across hill climbs, loose surface acceleration, and tight off-road loops, showing balanced grip and genuine confidence in varied conditions that other tires struggle to match. The KO3 also brings next-gen CoreGuard Max technology, improved sidewall puncture resistance over the KO2, and in deep snow braking, independent testing puts the KO3 stopping 10 feet shorter than the Falken AT4W in that specific condition, a 12% advantage that matters when you're descending a packed mountain road in January. Here's where I have to be honest with you though. The KO3 starts around $409 per tire in popular sizes. Real money when you need 4 or 5 of them. And on wet pavement, independent head-to-head data shows it gives up ground to the Falken AT4W, stopping 13 feet longer in wet braking tests. For pure off-road work and deep snow, the KO3 is elite. For daily driving in rain and mixed conditions, keep reading. The Falken Wildpeak AT4W did something that almost never happens in this segment. It walked into a room full of legacy names and outscored most of them on-road while matching them off-road. Here's what the data actually says. In Tire Rack's independent wet braking tests, the AT4W stops 13 feet shorter than the BFGoodrich KO3, an 8% improvement. In dry braking, it stops 9 feet shorter, another 7% edge. On wet handling laps, it finishes nearly 3 seconds faster. These aren't marginal numbers. For a truck tire you drive on public roads every day in rain, on wet interstates with family in the cab, that gap is meaningful. The AT4W also carries full-depth sipes, meaning its traction characteristics stay consistent as the tire wears down, not just when it's new. The warranty runs 65,000 miles, and the price sits around $298 per tire in popular sizes, over $110 less per tire than the KO3, more than $550 back in your pocket across 5 tires. TireRack.com scores it at 8.2 out of 10. It holds the 3-peak mountain snowflake rating, and in snow braking, independent testing puts its stopping distance at 69 feet with a 41.5-foot launch distance, numbers that prove this isn't just a fair-weather performer. For the truck owner who puts down serious highway miles, deals with genuine wet weather, and still needs the tire to perform on dirt and gravel on weekends, the AT4W is one of the most well-rounded tires available at any price right now. When Consumer Reports publishes its all-terrain truck tire rankings after testing over 800 individual tires across wet and dry braking, hydroplaning resistance, snow traction, ride comfort, and a 16,000-mile real road treadwear evaluation in West Texas, the tire at the top of that list deserves serious attention. That tire for 2026 is the Continental TerrainContact AT. It earned that position by doing something no other all-terrain truck tire in Consumer Reports testing managed to do. It scored the highest possible mark in the noise category. That's not a small achievement. Road noise is one of the most consistent complaints truck owners have after switching to all-terrain tires, and Continental answered that problem directly and completely. Beyond noise, it posted above-average results in dry braking, handling, and resistance to hydroplaning. Consumer Reports projects 65,000 miles of tread life, and the overall score from TireReviews.com puts it at 8.9 out of 10, the highest of every tire in this video. In Consumer Reports brand rankings for 2026, Continental scored 69 out of 100 overall, placing second only to Michelin, and the TerrainContact AT was specifically called out as the tire that anchored that standing in the truck segment. Continental engineered this tire with Traction Plus technology, a silane tread compound targeting grip and durability together, with shoulder blocks tuned for cornering stability. For truck owners who spend the majority of their miles on pavement, including wet pavement, highway runs, and daily commuting, but still need genuine capability when the road ends, the TerrainContact AT is the most balanced option in the 2026 all-terrain market. It won Consumer Reports. It leads the rankings, and most truck owners standing at the tire counter have never even considered it. That's exactly the kind of tire this video was made to find. So there you have it, 5 all-terrain tires that are genuinely earning their spots at the top of every serious 2026 ranking, based on real test data, not marketing. If you're still unsure which one matches your specific truck and driving life, drop your situation in the comments. If this breakdown saved you from a $1,500 mistake, hit that like button. See you in the next one.